Coming to you live from New York City, it's Jim Caruso's Pajama Cast Party. And now, here's your host, Jim Caruso.
Hi. I don't know why I just was it Charles Nelson Riley? It's attractive. Welcome to Pajama Cast Party. Not just Pajama Cast Party. I'll explain that in a minute. I'm thrilled that you're here. This is going to be such a great show. By the way, did you know this was the shortest day of the longest year of the year? Thank you. Really happy that you're here. This is our 36th episode of this damn show, and there's so much to discuss. But first of all, there's somebody I want you to meet. Just a little background. I was an only child. More than anything, I wanted to be part of a musical family. I wanted to be an Osmond, a Partridge, a Cassidy. My mother finally drew the line when she was well into her 80s. She finally said, this is not happening. But actually, that's probably why I've surrounded myself my whole life with just stupidly talented people. And so I'm so happy to introduce to you one of my stupidly talented friends, my co-host for tonight, my faux bro, Patrick Cassidy.
Yellow. I'm Paul Lynn. I love what you said, Jim.
I don't know why I was like, oh.
I'm the center square. Wait, but before we do this little shmoo, I'd like you to go away. Ruby, who's the fabulous Ruby, can you just take him away? Just take him away. Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Patrick Cassidy, and I'm the artistic director for Studio 10 Talks. And tonight, we are joining the incredible Mr. Jim Caruso and Pajama Cast Party. Here he is, Jim Caruso. Wait, I've got this. What do you think? I love this, huh?
Oh, that's nice. I don't have my... That is hilarious. I kind of have to put my glasses on to see it. Hold, please. Hold. Let me do it again.
Again? Oh, it's the best. Ready?
Yeah, this is set. Oh, it's like a...
It's
that is Santa. So cute.
You see
yes.
Santa with glasses. It works, although they
get it.
Really fogged.
I get it. Yes, exactly.
So how are you, Jim?
Patrick Cassidy. This makes me so happy for so many reasons. But first of all, we should say that we are co-hosting tonight. So we're going to try to make this as equal as possible. You host your own wonderful talk show online every Monday called Studio 10 Talks. It's a huge success. I'm such a fan of everything that you're doing, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. It is, and we are at the same time, so it was kind of apropos that we brought both shows together. I
know,
like you, I grew up too. I wanted to be an Everly, a Gibb, a Lennon sister. I wanted to be a part of a famous family because I definitely didn't want to be with the Cassidy thing. But so what?
I had posters of your whole family on my wall.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Gosh,
I'll have to talk about that later. We'll talk about how sad that was a little later.
This is exciting. I have watched your show. Well, we'll talk about that too, about how I actually came to Franklin, Tennessee, where I live. It has something to do with Jim Caruso and Cast Party.
I mean, who'd have thought? You know, before we go any further, I think we should bring out the lovely, the talented Ruby Lochner. Without her, none of this would have happened.
Exist.
Oh, Ruby.
Oh, Jim.
How the heck are you?
I'm good. Happy Monday, everybody.
Have you met Patrick?
Oh, Ruby and Jim. Oh,
Patrick.
Patrick. Okay. This is when we talk, Patrick, this is when we talk about why we do this and how we are continuing to do this without going into a lot of detail. These platforms cost something to do, and it's nice because the viewer can thank us via Venmo or PayPal at those addresses.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do tonight is split it between you and your theater and that beautiful organization and us and this beautiful theater.
Yes.
This-
And let me say to you, yes, we do it on it's the first thing and the last thing I say is that, as a theater company, nonprofit, we survive on producing shows and donations. And right now we can't produce shows, so it's just donations. So, and people have been very, very generous at this time. So being here with you, I'm hoping that people are generous to both of us.
Absolutely.
Because it's a great thing we both do.
Well,
And
Ruby knows.
she's
Ruby knows. Ruby always says good stuff about this, about ticketing and normally. Well, Ruby, talk.
Well, okay, here's my little spiel, you guys. And also, it is the season of giving. So I'm just going to push this even more this week. We are living in a time where live theater, live entertainment just simply can't happen right now for our own safety. So in lieu of a cover charge, in lieu of getting that movie ticket or going out to your favorite music venue, send that not only to us, but to all of your favorite live streamers. There are so many on this platform right now who are bringing you free, wonderful entertainment. And truly, the tips are what make sure that this can keep on happening. It lets us know that you want to keep seeing Pajama Cast Party and every other show that you watch. So we thank you so much in advance. And as the wonderful Julie Halston says, no donation is too small and no donation is certainly too large. So.
And Patrick's will go to his beautiful theater, that organization, and ours, the proceeds go to Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS every week. Those people are angels. We love them, and it's a gift to be able to do that.
Ruby, you did that fantastically.
Ruby's she's good at this. She's really good at this. Look, they're coming in already. So thank you.
And Jim, don't forget, it is the season of giving. Christmas is coming up. And sometimes we all have that one person in our life who we forget to, get a present for you. So you can always hop over to PajamaCastParty.com and go to Ye Old Gift Shop-E and get your Pajama Cast Party ornaments, get your sweatshirts, get your pajamas. Nothing says Christmas like pajamas, a mug, a shower curtain.
Look at.
So many mugs, people.
This is so great. I love this.
This is sad. This is going to be a scary, scary show, people.
By the way, Jim, why are we even here when Ruby's here? We could go away. She's the one.
Oh, no, she's a superstar. She's a superstar. Now, let me tell you, another superstar is out there watching us tonight. His name is Justin Squiggs Robertson. Almost every week, he does a quick sketch of everybody on our show. Oh. And this night is just the same. Can we look over his shoulder, Ruby, and see what Squiggs is up to?
I've heard it's a very Christmassy one, so let's see what he's doing.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's Patrick on the right. That's me, my chin.
I think I'm a Christmas elf.
Oh, you're an elf. Oh, my God. This is hilarious.
He's brilliant.
No, he's a genius. He's a genius. And he's going to sketch everybody all night. And at the end of the show, we'll show you the finished product.
I'm giving up my Sardi's caricature. Right now.
No, you're not.
Oh, are you kidding? Next to you?
You have one, don't you? I'm so jealous.
I do. Here's an interesting quick thing. If you walk into Sardi's, the next time you go, when we all can go into Sardi's, walk in the door, walk straight through the restaurant to the back, right at the wall. You see my father, me, my brother David, my brother Sean, and my mom. We're like the Barrymores, I guess. I don't know, but we're all in a line on the back of the Sardi's wall.
How fantastic! I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I love Sardi's. I mean, I'm a big Joe Allen guy. That's my place.
And Orso's was big.
Yes. But Sardi's is so vibey and so fun. Patrick, what brought you to Nashville?
Oh my gosh!
Because you were in LA for years.
Yeah. I 10 years ago I started teaching and then producing and then directing and producing, and I got a job as the resident director at the Wynn Hotel, and I worked on Showstoppers for 2 years. Anyway, long story, I become an artistic director in California for a company there called 5 Star Theatricals. And my wife and I wanted to leave California and had for some time. Our kids got grown up. And I followed my younger son out here who got a record deal and a publishing deal, fell in love with Tennessee. And I said, well, what's the theater like? Found out about this company called Studio 10 that had been in existence for 10 years. And they had interim artistic director. And I went, I'm going to put my name in that hat. And here I am. And guess what? I've been here a year and haven't produced a show.
Well, that's not exactly your fault.
No, it's not. But in the interim have produced, Studio 10 Talks, which has been incredibly successful. We have an education program that would not have been launched had we not actually had the pandemic. That's going great. Many fundraisers, and Studio 10 Talks is moving to the Franklin Theater, which is a big, big deal. So
that is the most delightful theater. Yeah, it's just the best.
Well, let me tell you now quickly. So I come to Franklin for the very first time, and I'm walking down Main Street, and I see on the Franklin Theater marquee, it says Jim Caruso, cast party, Billy Stritch, and I run across the street hoping I could get just a piece of their clothing, and I get to the box office, and it says, "Oh no, they're here next week." I went, next month. I went, oh, and I went, but wait a minute, who's here tonight? Oh, Peter Noon from Herman's Hermits, who replaced me in the Pirates of Penzance. I said, oh, I know him too. So I go upstairs to his dressing room, and I'm up there for an hour. So the point is, Pajama Cast Party, Jim Caruso Cast Party, got me to go into the Franklin Theater, got me even more interested in Tennessee, and here I am.
That is a gorgeous, perfect theater. We had a ball there. And the talent, as you know, in Nashville and its environs, it's just extraordinary. We had a ball. Yeah. And you're going to have so much fun and have such a great time once you can actually produce with human beings.
Yeah. No, we're really excited. We have actually a couple of other things too that are going, like right now. One real specific thing, maybe a possible, I can't talk about it, little movie musical, but I'll tell you about it.
Fantastic.
Some good stuff. Yeah.
Well, tonight we decided to celebrate the leading ladies of the theater.
And these women, oh my gosh, the talent. I mean, you and I just got to hear them just sing a little bit. They're going to get to sing here. We're like the luckiest people in the world.
But I say it every week. How lucky are we?
So lucky. So without further ado, shall we get to our first?
I think we should do it. But then in a little while, I want to hear about the leading ladies you've performed with over the years. I just name drop for us, but we'll do that in a minute. I want to bring, I want you to bring this first dazzling performer to our screen.
So I have had the pleasure to share the stage with her, although I've never actually worked with her. I've watched her so many times in so many shows, and I have a very funny story to tell her when she comes on. But she is an incredible actress that has graced the Broadway stage many, many times. She is, that voice of hers has been on soundtracks, on movies, everywhere. She's an incredible talent. Please welcome Liz Calloway.
Hey!
Hey.
Hi.
Beautiful.
I'm so happy holidays, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Oh, thank goodness.
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
I hear you guys like, oh my God, the last 20 minutes was like, oh my God, I can't see. I can't hear. Never. Woohoo! It worked.
I think everybody in the world needs to do one of these virtual shows just so they can see the nightmare.
But, you know, the rule is, you know, if you unplug everything, just like in life, we all need to unplug from time to time. Then it seems to work. So anyway, I'm so happy to be here tonight with you guys amongst these incredible women and for great causes.
So Liz, I have to tell you, and again, thank you so much for being here. You're amazing. I was saying, you know, I've seen you on stage. We've done many benefits together, many, right? But I've never actually gotten to like kiss you as a leading lady. It really sucks. But I've never. But what you don't know is, I have auditioned for every show that you got, including. I don't know if you know this. Do you know that I was up to replace Todd Graff and Baby?
Oh my God, I did not know that.
Oh no! It gets It gets deeper. I was up for the lead of D'Artagnan and the Three Musketeers.
Well, that one you shouldn't feel too bad about.
I was up for Rum Tum Tugger, and they said, "See you later. Go be a dog."
Oh my God! No kidding.
And of course, Chris in Miss Saigon. So all I want to know is, why is it that you're so good and get the jobs, and they keep ignoring me?
Well, all right. If you want the truth, I said to the producers, please, whatever you do, do not hire Patrick Cassidy.
Got it. Now, thank you. You know how much therapy I have to go to just to get over it?
Actually, you never told me that in all the benefits and things we've done together. I never knew that. That's amazing. Well, you never know. Hopefully we'll work together someday.
I can't wait.
Well,
Well,
Patrick, you have your own theater. You have your own theater. Hello.
Yes, hello.
No, I haven't even gotten to the pitch yet. Just give me a few minutes.
Oh, okay. I smell love letters.
You're extraordinary. You are extraordinary. And every time that I have gotten to at least share the stage with you, you're always, the last time was I think in Palm Springs, and you were there, and Julia was there, and Jason, our good friend Jason Groff, put us all through it. Anyway, you're wonderful.
Yeah, for one night only. Oh, that was fantastic. That was fantastic. And we didn't get to do it this year, but hopefully 2021.
That's right. That's right.
Well, Liz, I saw you last night, actually, in your sister Ann Hampton Calloway's virtual Christmas concert. You sang so beautifully. But you have a new Christmas CD.
I do.
It's so beautiful.
Oh.
It's been on nonstop. Oh, there it is.
Wow.
Oh,
Comfort and Joy.
Looks
with
real.
Peter Kalo.
Yeah, no, it was a crazy last minute thing. I decided in October, I thought maybe I'd record a single, and then and it turned into this 10-song album with Peter Kalo, a brilliant guitarist, and we did it in 3 weeks. And it just is kind of one of those things. If you had told me the beginning of October that I was going to have a Christmas album this year, I would have said, you're crazy. But it was just such a joy to do. And the response has been amazing. I think we all are in desperate need of music right now. Mm-hmm. And so many of the songs I did came from, I put a thing up on social media asking for song requests when I thought I was just going to do one song. And oh my God, so many people, there was like 1,000 suggestions. And I went, wow, people really want to hear, we need to hear music right now, and something to, unite us and connect with each other. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. And I'm pretty tired.
I bet, because you're doing a lot of promoting of the CD. This virtual stuff means you can just hawk your wares so many different places, and so many people are interested in this album.
That's the thing that is, when I made it, I just thought about wanting people to hear it. I didn't think about, okay, now I got to wear this hat, get it out there in the world.
Right.
But it's just been lovely, and the word of mouth is so nice, and I so appreciate everyone's really nice comments about it and sharing it. And so, yeah, it's been a very unexpected pleasure at the end of what has been for, just such a difficult year.
You should know, Liz, that I spoke to Jason Groff today, and he said, I knew Liz was successful. I knew she was incredibly talented, but during this virtual time, she's become a movie star. You're in demand, really in demand.
Well, I don't know, because none of us can go anywhere. But that's when I don't know if it's been this way for you guys, but one of the challenges of this whole time is also learning to become technically proficient at stuff that we never had to do before. And I have to say something to you, Jim. Do you know this is my cast party debut? I have never, and it's not because I didn't want to, it's just I live about an hour north of the city, and I've just never, it's a little past my bedtime.
Well, let me tell you, we've only been doing it 18 years, so you've been busy.
Yeah, I'm not that busy, but this is like, oh my God, I'm finally.
I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. Well, here's, we did a Christmas CD last year, Billy Stritch and Blackhurst and I. But the cool thing is, every year it's a new CD. So you're going to be hawking this Christmas CD the rest of your life. So
Well,
get used to it.
I'm thrilled because that's one of the things that's been so interesting is it is something every year that people listen to. And the thing that surprised me the most is how many people wanted actual CDs.
Right.
And I think it's because of holiday music. And there's something about having something tangible. Although if people stream or download my album, I do have the liner notes and the e-booklet on my website.
Good.
That people,
Good.
because I know that's part of the fun. I love to read liner notes, and find out about that.
It's interesting, Jim. This is also my cast party debut, and I realize you just never asked me.
Yeah, I never wanted you.
Check, please. Thank you.
We'll crash it together, Patrick. He never asked me either. I think.
Oh, please. I'm not getting into this. I love both of you equally. Would you sing for us?
Please.
I'll try. If you could see, I've got like my little thing here, and I think I have the track, and hopefully it's going to work out. By the way,
as long as you have your little thing.
I've got my things here. And the thing that I have learned, I've got all these playlists and stuff. For all the singers out there who were all doing this, I recorded 5 seconds of silence. And so I always do silence and in between songs. I highly recommend it. I don't know why I'm saying that. All right. This is actually the first song on the album. And I'm a huge Carpenters fan. And
me too.
But singing this song this year feels different. I wish I were with you.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
if anybody should have a Christmas album, it is you, my friend.
Oh, thank you. I have to say that's Peter Kalo on the guitar. It's just the two of us on this album. Although there's a duet with the wonderful Jan Close. We did a duet.
Oh, I love Jan.
Jan's amazing. Yeah, we did the theme from The Snowman together. But it was just Peter, I've discovered, lives 5 minutes from me.
Oh, great.
And we
Look,
had
Jane Monheit says she's in tears. Jane Monheit's weeping.
Oh, wonderful. But, so I'm so grateful to Peter for, we only had met once before for like a minute. And so this was just like one of those things. So thank you for letting me sing.
You just sold another 100 albums. I mean,
it's
sounds
perfect.
fantastic.
It's perfect. I mean, Karen had that kind of voice. Karen, because we were very close. Karen Carpenter had that kind of voice that just sounds cozy and warm, and you're a contemporary version of that. And what a wonderful idea to do this album.
Oh, thank you so much, and thank you for having me and letting me. It's it's so fun to get to sing it, and it's just like sing from it, and hopefully next year we'll be doing all this in person. But
and you and I will actually be playing opposite each other.
Yes, please. Yes, please. And Jim, I promise I'll come to Cast Party.
Anytime, you're always invited.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, my friend.
You're so great.
That's Liz Calloway.
Oh my gosh! Wow. It's
really perfect.
It's true that her voice. It makes you want to like just snuggle up and like watch a Christmas movie and like be by the. It's stunning.
Yeah.
To listen to her sing.
Maybe she'll come over. Maybe I'm going to call her later.
Yeah.
Patrick, did you grow up watching those great TV Christmas specials?
You talking about the claymation ones, Rudolph and like
less that, but like the live variety shows. But claymation included.
The answer is yes. I watched them all. And
did you have a favorite?
Well, my mom always did one. We did the Bob Hope Christmas special, the Perry Como. And as kids, they brought us on. Christmas at my house was an extraordinary event. My father, he loved it. It was the first, he cooked and people, we had Robert Goulet at our house. We had Sinatra at our house sometime. It was, Christmas around the piano at the Cassidy house. And we just thought, oh, this is what everybody does. It was wonderful though.
That's extraordinary. That's what I wanted. And that's why I would watch the Osmonds Christmas special. Mm-hmm. Andy Williams and his extraordinary brothers. The Williams brothers were just the best. Sonny and Cher, all of those variety shows, I miss those. And I'm surprised that there aren't more of those these days, because people are seeming to enjoy variety shows with the dance shows and the singing shows. They're all contests.
I agree.
But, maybe there's somebody out there that would is there somebody that would bring this back, please? Just for me and Patrick.
I hope so. And you need that wonderful, that wonderful presence, that wonderful person who's got that, like what Carol Burnett did and what Sonny and Cher did. And, who can attract those kind of people. But you're right. The variety show itself is a missed art. And I'd love to have it back too.
Well, if we had a variety show, you and I, the Patrick and Jim show, that has a nice ring. We would have this.
You have to color my hair.
Yeah, no, it looks so good. We'd have this next performer. We would book her so quickly. Julia Murney created and/or starred in some of the most iconic roles in the history of Broadway, from Wild Party to Wicked. She's one of the favorite vamps of all time and my favorite scamp. Here she is. It's Julia Murney.
Hello, Julia.
She was a VAM. Oh ho!
I mean, if you're going to call me names.
Wait. Now I have to put back on my mask.
And I have to tell you, the variety show that we'll all be tuning into next year will not be called the Patrick and Jim Show. It's Cassidy and Caruso. You guys.
Oh, much better.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Much better. See, thank you. This is why we need Julia.
Irish and Italian.
There we are. So we
Yeah.
figured that out. So that's great.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. You know.
I mean, oh look, Michael Winter's watching. He
Michael
loves you.
Winter. I mean, wait. Let me clarify. I'm awesome because I just listened to my friend Liz sing The Carpenters. So I'm awesome, and then I'm also terrible because now I have to sing.
Oh yeah, poor untalented you.
So sorry. It's
Poor crappy you.
But who still sounds the way Liz sounds after so long of singing? She's just so pure. Her sound is so it's like milk in the best way, like milk from a good free range cow.
or at this time of year, an eggnog. It's perfect.
Perfect. She's perfect.
See, that's a review I bet she's never gotten. Oh, Julia Murney's Elphaba was the reason I decided at age 5. Oh, Emily.
Oh, and look what she did. A true queen and a class act. I see what you did there, Emily. Those are 2 other shows I did because I was Queenie in Wild Party and I was in a class act. I appreciate you, Emily. I appreciate your sauce.
So, Julia, I have to tell you this, and I don't know you, like Liz. I've never gotten to work with either.
I know. We just done concerts.
But I don't know if I told you this at the same concert that you and I and Liz were at. So do you remember when I auditioned with you?
Honey, yes, I do.
Okay, now wait a minute. I'm starting to shake. So I go there and I get to audition with Julia Murney, and I read the scenes and in the audition, this huge crush starts to develop in the audition. And I go, and then of course, I'm praying to get the job, and they give it to some guy like Brian Darcy James, and like the only greatest Darcy James. But since that moment, I have had this crush on the incredible Julia Murney. Her talent, you were so good to me in that audition.
Well, and I will tell you a sidebar on that. You came in, I remember it very well, because you sang Let Me Drown, which is from the Wild Party, because all the callbacks had to learn from the show. And at the end of that number, Jim Caruso, when I tell you that handsome Patrick Cassidy ripped his shirt open at the end of the number. And when I tell you that Lynn Meadow, who is the artistic director of Manhattan Theater Club, basically slid off of her chair into a lava lamp. Like I was like, yes, check that, everybody.
And now when I do it, just the lava lamps kind of go.
Oh, I need to start to do that. That's good.
Yeah, when in doubt, just, why do you think I opened with this? Look, I do what you got to do.
How have you been, Julia? We were talking about Jim and I, because you're in New York City, right?
I am.
And I've, on the show, I've spoken to so many of my friends that, have experienced COVID in New York City. And to me, it's like no other place. Like Emily Skinner, I spoke to her, and Norm Lewis, and I spoke. The people in New York City, I believe, have been traumatized in a way. The whole country's been traumatized, but not like the people in New York City.
Well, there was sort of and Jim, you can speak to this perhaps as well. There was sort of the initial trauma of being in the hot spot probably the second after, but the Seattle hotspot, that initial hotspot, were in nursing homes.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was but this was more out and about, I guess, if you will. And so just hearing sirens all the time and feeling like for a few nights, we had a curfew. Like what on earth? Like it was a lot of sort of bonkers. But
then there were the moments like the banging the pots and pans at a certain time every day to thank the workers and the policemen and the nurses and stuff. There were such beautiful things that came out of it.
It's funny because I feel like the biggest thing when everyone's like, I miss theater, I miss performing, I just miss running into people.
Mm-hmm.
the other day I went down to the Time Warner Center, which is like sort of a mall for those of you who don't know, and was walking around, and all of a sudden my friend Tally in a mask, like making sure it's me because you're not quite sure, and it was so exciting just to see somebody. But even just now, Patrick, when you said Norm's name and you said Emily's name and seeing Liz, I'm like, oh, these are people that I am so used to. Oh, we're doing that concert together on Monday, or blah, blah, blah. And I've done 800 shows with Norm, and you just run into them, and it's such a joyous event that I never particularly took for granted, but I never grasped how special that was.
Well, Julia, you're such a huge part. You're such a huge part of the Broadway community because of the shows you've done, but also so one thing you used to do every holiday season, every New Year's Day, I'm going to out you. You threw the greatest party that started in the morning and went all day, where you made pancakes for everybody on the planet.
I did. I had a pancake breakfast on New Year's Day for easily over 100 people every year.
Oh my gosh.
Or like the joke became, if photographers from like Playbill show up, we've jumped the shark. Like it'll be too much. I even have, I wonder where it is. Oh, wait, I'm going to take it off the tree. I don't even remember.
Oh, come on.
Come on. It's a pancake ornament. Yeah.
I met more people at that event than I met in some of the really serious showbiz events we've all gone to.
What, like some, several relationships began at pancakes. Some business deals were made at pancakes. One of my favorite things, just to bring it all around to where we are, is one year, Mark Sendroff, who is an entertainment lawyer for a lot of the Broadway folk, not the kids, the grown kids. He sent me, well, back up. One year, Squigs came to who is drawing.
He's drawing you right now.
2 days later, I suddenly received this email from Squigs, and he had done a drawing of me making pancakes. Like, and he caught it too. He caught like little drips of batter, and the apron that I was wearing, and the apron I was wearing was a gift from Mark Sendroff that he had given me specifically for pancake. I did it for 24 years, Patrick. So just so you know, this went on a very long time.
You know, I've already called and canceled my International House of Pancakes.
There you go. But now and then Sendroff put Squigs's thing on a mug for me, so it sits on my piano right over there. And it was a sequence of event of a day that made me very happy. It was in my parents' apartment, and my parents don't live here anymore, so that's why it's no more. But I would turn around and just see all of these people that I really enjoyed. And
it was a great day. And so always, what a brilliant way to start the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved seeing everybody and being near everybody. And we were in tight quarters, and now
yeah, we'll do it again. We'll do it again.
Will you sing for us?
I'll try, just like Liz Galloway. I feel like hopefully some of the divas who are following us are going to like ramp it up, because Liz and I are bringing you the songs.
Oh no, this is good. This is one of my faves.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to give it a shot. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year, all our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year, all our troubles will be miles away. once again as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us will be near to us once more. Someday soon we all will be together when the fates allow. Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow. But have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
And that's how that's done. So beautiful. Oh, God, I miss seeing you on stage, Julia Murney.
Oh, you're sweet, Jim Caruso. I miss seeing you hosting everything and being the most charming creature on earth.
I will never forget seeing you in Wild Party. I saw you in, well, I've seen you in everything you've done. But, in fact, there you are. Oh, look. Oh, hello.
Oh, look.
Wild Party, Wicked.
Just skinny green.
I'm guessing that was Wicked. Was that Wicked? Or was that Sound of Music?
No, that was Night Mother.
Or
The musical.
or Shrek.
Fiddler. Julia, we love you. We're getting David.
I love you too. And
David
Patrick,
Burnham.
I'm so excited for you. I love
David Burnham's
Nashville
out
so
there
much.
watching.
So,
He's
so as I said to Liz, Julia, one of the nice things about being an artistic director here at Studio 10 is I get to hire people. So will you come down and do a show for me? Yes.
Okay. That's not a tough sell at all. And can I tell you one of my favorite Nashville stories, and then I'll go away?
Yeah.
I was down in Nashville once singing with the symphony. We went to I can't remember the name of it, a fabulous barbecue place. I said to the waitress, "Hey, what's your vegetable of the day?" And she goes, "Oh, macaroni and cheese." And I went, "Ma'am, there's not a vegetable involved in macaroni and cheese." She goes, "I know, but that's what it is." So I ordered it because I was like, I need my vegetables. But I love Nashville.
Health food. It's health food.
Congratulations, Patrick.
Thank you so much. We will bring you down here and you will come and we will have mac and cheese together.
Yes. Happy holidays, everybody, all of you out there in the great yonder. David Burnham, I just saw you put your name up. I love y'all so much. I miss y'all. And
we love you, Julia. Thank you for doing this.
Thank
and
you.
I'll see you around the hood. We'll walk in the park soon.
you got to walk. Yes. Love you guys. Thank you, Ruby.
Bye.
Wow.
I know.
And the crush goes on.
I know. I get it.
Goes
I
on.
understand.
It's so great.
This is fun, Patrick.
I'm having a good time, Jim.
I know. We didn't know. We've never worked together. We don't know if we're any good at this. But
Genius.
we're muddling through somehow.
Although I keep saying the memo of neither one of it, we didn't do the color court, but you do the red, I did the green. We didn't talk about that.
It's perfect. It's destined.
I'm having a grand time. So is it my turn to introduce, or is it your turn to introduce?
Yeah. Talk about our next guest, who of course we love.
Okay, so this particular woman, I mean, I know her from back in California because she actually worked for the former company that I was the artistic director for when it was Cabrillo Music Circus. It then became Five Star Theatricals. I then went, and I'm gonna give it to her when she comes on, that I went to try to hire her because she was so brilliant as Mrs. Wormwood in Matilda. Did you see her in Matilda?
Yeah. I was there opening night.
Oh gosh, was she good?
Yeah.
She has a career that is unbelievable. I have a very specific question I want to ask her, but the talent is just extraordinary. Please welcome to the show, Leslie Margarita. Hi, Leslie.
Hi.
Best screen ever.
Welcome to the self-tape heart of the room. Yeah, beautiful, right?
Yeah.
I'm back in California, Patrick. I'm home
Oh, you are?
in LA. Yeah,
Are you living there now, or are you?
I always went back and forth. My husband is in LA all the time, and then I had never lived in New York before Matilda. I was like, oh, I'll go at some point, and then I was only going to be there a year. It's been 7 that I've been going back and forth. I know, crazy.
Well,
I don't really want to live there.
you're pretty good. You're pretty good, and the Big Apple knows it. So.
Oh no, she's beloved. She's beloved on these streets.
I miss those streets.
Huh?
I miss those streets. Ha! Ha!
It's good when we all talk over each other. It's very attractive. I have a question for you.
Yes.
I saw you do a show about 3 years ago called The Who's Holiday, which was maybe the funniest thing. Oh, now come on. Just first of all, the foot alone, the arch.
She's pointed.
And the pointed
Cindy Lou
foot
Who.
alone.
Yeah.
You played Cindy Lou Who as an adult.
Yes.
And kind of a little bit of a, can we say skanky?
Yeah, she's had a tough life. She was in a trailer. She's got a bit of a substance abuse problem.
Ish. I have never watched anybody work so hard on stage and first of all, and get laughs. The laughs you elicited from that crowd. But this was in verse, 2 hours of a poem.
Yes.
Just you.
Just me. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. And
I bet.
Last week, actually, for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, they streamed it because we had filmed it. I'm so glad we did. And they streamed it, and I had to watch it before I could approve that, it could go out to the world. And I had no recollection of doing it because I was so freaked out doing it. They literally, like, my dresser pushed me on stage every night because it was just like this weird train that you went on, because it was everything. It was not only in verse, but then there was musical numbers, and then these like dramatic it was so much work, and I'm very proud of it. But yeah, I had no recollection of doing it. No.
I cannot imagine. Did you ever go up? I mean, did you?
Oh yeah.
And then do you have to kind of make up a poem, a rhyme?
Yes.
Are you good at that?
Not great. So the rhymes weren't fantastic. There were some times where I would just drop an F-bomb and tell the audience. I was like, that's supposed to be in verse, but whatever. And because this is me, what are they going to do? Fire me? So I just would, whatever happened, it happened. It all happened. It really did.
It really did. And it was a great script written by Matthew Lombardo, directed by Carl Andrus. It's funny, it's irreverent, but it's also it's kind of touching.
Really touching. And it's about redemption. And it really played well now, because it's about somebody living through hard times and being alone and what that means and how do you get through those times. So it really, I think, touched people. I'm so happy that they were able to stream it. And we made a lot of money for VCEFA, which is awesome, which is what we're doing tonight too.
Leslie, I have to tell you, your performance, I produced when I was over at 5 Star. I produced Matilda.
I remember.
And wait a minute. And we wanted you so badly. And it's like, oh, well, I did Broadway. You were like, but the problem is, it's really hard to find someone that can do that part. And nobody can touch you in that part.
Oh,
that part is yours forever. You own that role.
Oh, thanks.
You're just so
it's deceptively hard, that role.
Oh,
and also they built the choreography on me, so it was all
and then having to do all that choreography as you're singing at the top of any range possible. But I want to tell you, and I said this to Jim. I was going to ask you this question before. I said, I can't think of any, and I know you've played it, but I'm saying, to me, there's nobody more perfect on Broadway to play Aldonza. Have you done that role?
I have, and it's one of my favorite roles ever.
That's a glove.
I haven't done it in a while. Yeah, I did it in LA at Musical Theater West. I did it, and I did it at Sacramento Music Circus. It's my favorite.
It's perfect. I
would love to do it.
I'm thinking to myself, maybe men.
It's my favorite. I love it. I come with my own keys.
Yeah.
Are there other roles you're dying to do?
I've been really lucky, and regional theater. I've gotten to do so many. I just did Adelaide last year again, which is like my favorite. I'd love to do. I did Spam-A-Lot at Music Circus. I would love to do that again. Sacramento Music Circus. I've gotten to do amazing stuff. I did Hunchback there, and there's a lot. I really want to do Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Yes.
That was my first.
I can't believe that hasn't been brought back already. It's such an incredible score.
It's really one of those true triple threat roles that there aren't that many. And I was really thinking about it last week when Annie Ranking passed, and how those roles just aren't. I don't know.
There's very few Cheetah Riveras that they build them around.
Very few.
Right.
No, I'm not
true.
one of those. But
Oh no, yes you are. You are a total triple threat.
Well, I'm not. Those are those icons, like Phoebe Newirth and Anne Ranking, and like those women are.
Yes.
Icons.
Yes.
But
Well, there are icons for sure.
Yeah. They just don't
Would
do roles like
you
that.
show the people why you're our icon?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm really
you like
happy that my two friends went before and did these beautiful songs, because you're not getting that from me.
This isn't a touching ballad. Is this Away in a Manger?
Yes, away in a manger.
Away!
Away in a manger.
Sing for us, Leslie Margarita.
Okay, here I go. Okay.
Pajama Cast Party. We would love to accept your donations and your tips and your presents, your gifts, by going to that down there. We're going to split it, and we thank you for your support.
Yeah,
we love what we do.
We sure do. We sure do, and we're lucky and blessed enough to have these incredible women on tonight. Wow. And do I get to introduce this next incredible, talented woman?
Well, here's what I thought we should do. Why don't I introduce her, and then I'm going to leave this to you, because let's say that you and our next guest have a past.
Yes, we do. I have wanted to. Yes, let's go.
Yeah. Well, she's one of my BFFs. She's an icon of Broadway and television. You might have met her when she was Alice on a TV show they called Alice. But boy, her theater career has been massive, and she can currently be seen on CBS in a wonderful new sitcom called Be Positive that our friend Marco Panett has created, starring Annalee Ashford, who is also a genius. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say to each other. Ladies and gentlemen, Linda Lavin.
Hi, Kate.
I can only see half of your face, Linda.
All right.
Higher or lower?
Yeah, higher. There you go.
We are.
Hi.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Patrick. Hi, Jim. What a wonderful show y'all are doing.
It's fun.
We're having a good time. Where are you, Linda?
I am in Costa Rica in Central America.
Oh my gosh.
In our apartment, and Steve is holding the camera. We are here together, and feeling so close right now.
I know.
Yeah, so far away.
So, okay. I have to tell you, I mean, everyone on the show tonight are the talent, and I know them all, but I've never, and I've gotten, I've lived a long time. I've been in the business a long time. I've never gotten to talk to you ever about your experience working with my father.
Right.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman.
I know. We have never spoken of it, and now we shall speak in front of millions.
Millions. And before we do, I just have to do this for you, and only for you. You're really quite a dish. You're what a guy might call delish. You've got an awful lot of class. You're practiced solid as a knish.
The woman for the man.
Yes.
He was to work with your dad, he was funny from the get-go. And of course, he was one of the funniest people I've ever met. He was bright and brilliant and powerful on stage, and ironic. I know what you know of him. This is not news to you,
Not at all.
but the power of him on stage and his generosity and his sense of humor, and the way he and Hal made each other laugh, and he made all of us laugh. His flirtatiousness, his sexuality, his voice. I mean, let's face it, in those years, we were all much younger and we were all doing really, a lot of smoking cigarettes and going out after the show and drinking scotch and cigarette. I mean, those were the days, right?
Yes, they were.
Oh, they're all over now, but I can't. And then walk in the theater the next day, do 8 shows a week, and never warm up. He never warmed. I never heard him warm up. He'd walk onto the stage and sing with this angelic, glorious, magical presence, beautiful voice, and he was one of a kind for sure.
Oh, you are.
I'll be able to tell you that he raised the bar for all of us by what he did on stage.
Oh, Linda, it's just so wonderful. Thank you for that. You are, I've been so blessed to have spoken to so many people over the years. And just so you know, I got to do that part at the Dallas Theater Center. Wow. And it was not just a revival of it. It was actually a revisal. Roberto Saccarzo had rewritten the script because the music is great, but the script was a little dated, and they rewrote it with the intention that they were going to bring it back to New York. And I got to play Max Menken, and it got phenomenal reviews. It was I felt like I was just sort of channeling him through me. And Warner Brothers ended up putting the kibosh on it because Man of Steel was coming out, and they didn't want any other Superman. So,
Always a problem. When we were opening Superman, Batman had just come out on TV, so there was always a nemesis around the corner, something to pull it down. When we opened Superman, it sounds like I'm talking about the Middle Ages. The highest price ticket was $12.50.
Oh my God!
I know, and it jumped to 25 that summer, and we thought, we're going to close. Nobody's going to pay that kind of money. Just flash forward to what is it now? 500. Let's see. So, whatever. But that was the Middle Ages, and those were great days. It was the Alvin Theater, now known as the Neil Simon Theater, and
it was Linda. It was you saying "You've Got Possibilities," which is like that iconic song. How was that for you? I mean, what a song.
It was thrilling. It was my first big role on Broadway. I'd been in the chorus, and Hal had pulled me out of the chorus. And when I saw he was going to do Superman, I called him to audition for it. He said, "You can't be Lois Lane, but I've got another part." I went and sang my audition song, which was Almost Like Being in Love.
Oh.
And he said, "I'm going to give you this song to learn. Come back tomorrow." And it was You've Got Possibilities, 87 verses. And I did it, and then they said, and I then borrowed a wig. Well, Jim knows this story. They wanted a blonde, so I borrowed a wig from Sylvia Miles. May she rest in peace. And I went on and I sang it again. I auditioned 5 times for that show. You've talked about your auditions tonight, Patrick. I auditioned 5 times. After a certain time, they have to pay you. I thought, this is one more time, you're going to have to give me 50 cents. But I got the part. And so it was wonderful. And it still is. It's a wonderful song. And it's the title of my first album that I made with Billy Stritch. Billy and I do our concert all over the country. We do an act together, and we do the song now as a bossa nova. We've changed the tone of it, but
and you have a new CD that came out this
Yeah, you
last
got a
year.
picture of it? I was hoping you, because I don't have one with me. In Costa
We're
Rica.
gonna throw it up
Are you?
momentarily.
I hope you will. It's
But
called
did you
Love
see
Note.
this picture? Did you see this picture we put up for a second? Ruby, put it up again.
Honey, lift up the cameras.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there we are. Yeah.
You on the left,
Look at
Yeah.
that.
Patrick's dad on the right.
Wow.
Right.
And
And
it's
Bob Holiday.
Bob Holiday, right?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I do, Linda, remember coming backstage and sitting on Superman's lap and thinking he was in costume and there was Bob Holiday. And I was like, I do remember.
Pretty good.
Lord.
Pretty good. Linda, tell
so
you're on
glad.
you're on a sitcom
Yeah.
during a pandemic.
Yeah. Very
What's
lucky.
happening?
We just got a 5-show order for the back, what they call the back end. For the first season, we'll be doing 18. We just finished the 13th a few weeks ago. And we just today got the order. CBS gave the order for 5 more episodes.
Oh, that's
It's called
Oh, this is good.
It's called The Back End, which is a weird title for it, but whatever.
Right. But the sitcom is on CBS. It's called
It's
Be Positive. Marco
With the
Panett.
great Natalie Ashford. I know you all know her.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love her.
Thomas Middleditch. Yeah. Sorry, Thomas. I'm wanting to see camera. What do you think? Should he raise it? That's better.
No, it's good. It's good right there. It's
Now I can
beautiful.
see myself.
Thank
I
you,
didn't know I could
Steve.
do that. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, I can't see it all, so it's all by faith.
It's too much of my body. I want more of just my head.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I think Ruby has the CD. There it is
Love Notes.
Love Notes.
on Club 44 Records.
44 Records.
Wait, Patrick, go to the side.
Oh, here we go.
There you go. And your
Yeah.
Christmas album is on Club 44 Records. Yours and
Oh,
Joe's
thanks
and-
for bringing that up. Oh,
Yes.
Wow.
oh, that we had.
And our great producer Wayne Hahn and Joel Lindsay. And guess what? Wayne told me this week that I'm very big in Brazil. I've got wonderful numbers there in Brazil for this album, and that means a lot to me.
That I know
Knowing
you
how
love
much I
that.
love Brazilian music.
Ours is very big in Akron, Ohio. Pacoima, very big. Pacoima.
Nothing wrong with that.
Listen, I'll take it.
I know, exactly.
You love Brazilian music so much.
Yeah, and we've got some on that album. I love that album. And so I hope it will sell for Christmas. I hope people will listen to it and enjoy it. It's a beautiful album of wonderful American songs. And Billy's, of course, the musical director, and he and I sing some songs together. Aaron Weinstein's on it. Wonderful 5-piece band. It's just a gorgeous romantic, full of love songs, some peppy songs, some swinging songs. Yeah. So thanks for asking me to be on your Christmas show. You know,
We're so honored to have you.
You know what we need? We need a little music from you.
you know, I wanted to give you a little music, and because I'm in Costa Rica with a keyboard, I thought I'd love to play a little something for you. I thought what I want to talk about is growing up Jewish at Christmas time in Portland, Maine, being the only Jewish family on the block. And so we had the dark house. Our house was the only house that wasn't lit up. And what that felt like, you know, being different. But I don't know if you remember Fred Waring and the Pennsylvanians. You should, because you're from Pennsylvania. My mother was a musician. You do. You know who he was. And he had this gorgeous song, and I can only play a little bit of it. Oh
Just
my
play what
God.
you know.
What happened? The keyboard just went out.
Oh, well, good.
Oh my God, wouldn't that happen? Here
Really?
it comes, coming back. It's coming back. All right.
There. Oh, thank you, God.
So with all of the Christmas music all around us, and I sang a lot of it in school, and we sang everything. And my mother and sister and I decorated a tree every year. We had Hanukkah and we had Christmas. We were Americans. We did everything. And we strung our own popcorn and cranberries. And my sister made little Santa Claus faces out of walnut shells and made pins out of them and cards. She was an artist. She could paint. And we listened to St. Patrick's Midnight Mass. I mean, we were ecumenical. And this is a song that came to me, and I just wanted to sing a little bit of it because I can't play all of it. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were snuggled all safe in their wee little beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their wee little heads. Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap lifted up. We're settled down for a long winter's nap. And then it goes, when out on the house there arose such a clatter, ba-da-la-da-da-la, and the orchestra, and this is what I grew up listening to. And it's all about running to the window and throwing open the sash, and there to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. And it was all done by Fred Waring, and we all knew all the words to it and sang it every year. And that's as much as I can play. I need Billy Stritch to come and play the rest of it for the orchestra.
Calling Billy in Costa Rica.
But that's a piece of my Christmas that I wanted to share with you. And the other part that I wanted to share was that even though we were the only Jewish people on the block, except for the Rosenbergs, they were on the block. And if they're watching, I don't want to dismiss them, but they were very quiet people. But my mother was a singer, so they should be watching. I could have gotten away with this story by just saying we were the only Jews on the block.
Linda, they're very big fans of mine.
Yeah.
I'll go out with this. I'll go out with this song.
Wow. Oh, okay.
On Christmas Eve, on 96 Clinton Street, Portland, Maine, my mother opened all the windows to the house and played Christmas carols for the neighborhood. And that's who she was. And it meant a lot, you know. We had a tree, I told you. But when my grandmother, and the word for grandmother in Yiddish is bubby, but in Maine you say bubby. In Maine you say everything with a Y at the end. Latkes, matzi, everything.
Right. You say matzi.
I say matzi. So my bubby would come over unannounced, and being an Orthodox Jew, and my father was assigned the task of lifting the damn Christmas tree with all the ornaments. Quick, take it up to the sewing room. And he had to go upstairs and hide the tree. She was like, she could smell it from where she lived. She knew.
Wow. Up to the sewing room.
We lived a secret Christian Christmas life, even though we were...
A Secret Christian Life, starring Linda Lavin.
And so you know,
Play it.
Now, but if I play this, I'm going to ask you all to sing it, okay?
Oh, everybody at home? Okay.
Angels, we
On high, sweetly singing o'er the plain and the mountains in the excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Chelsea's Day.
Oh, well done.
Merry Christmas.
Linda Lavin,
Linda Lavin, you are
we
a
love you.
gift and a Hanukkah gift for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend. And thanks, Steve, for being the cameraman.
You're welcome, Jim. Sorry it's so shaky. We couldn't figure it
We
out.
miss you. We miss you both so much here in New York.
Jim stuff.
I know, show it. Oh, yes. Thank you, guys. I love playoff music.
Wow. Jim, that was a gift for me.
It's pretty good. I mean,
You can't.
I loved watching you talk with Linda.
Listening
was
to
swell.
her describe her memory of that time. I mean, a lot of people have talked to me about my father, but she was so articulate and so invested and in terms of what that experience was in terms of him. And I was just, that was a gift.
So glad. So glad. It was lovely for me too. And Linda has an incredible memory and is so, she's so verbal and can put things in such a, when Linda comes to your show, she will talk to you afterwards and, say nice things, but she zeroes in on one thing that, you remember that statement the rest of your life. She can just find wonderful things to say instead of saying, "Oh, you were great. That was very nice." She can find one thing that just hits you just right. And it's such a lovely, what a great talent that is. Because how many times have we been backstage talking to people and you just kind of blather?
Yeah.
She's really good. She's really good at it.
She's amazing. That was wonderful for me.
Okay. Everyone on this show so far, I mean, let's say
Wow.
we've all been close friends.
Bravo to guests.
Yes. But I have to tell you, this next guest, I fell into kind of a YouTube rabbit hole watching our next guest sing. She has the most radiant voice you'll ever hear, and I can't wait to meet her for the first time. Here's Brandy Inez Sutton.
Hi, Brandy.
Hi.
How are you?
Am I still delayed?
No, you're not delayed at all.
Perfect.
How are you? Where are you?
I'm in New York, well, in Yonkers, but I'm right at home.
So glad. Staying safe.
Yes. Trying to.
That voice, Brandy, that we got to hear, this audience, wait till you hear this person sing. Holy smokes.
Thank you.
I have a question, and I told, and this is kind of a loaded question. So if getting to the sort of New York City Ballet is the epitome, the pinnacle of a dancer's career, that you're a soloist in the New York City Ballet, right? Therefore, becoming a soloist at the Met, I would think, is getting to a singer's. You've reached the top level, right? So
Ish.
So my question is, do opera singers look down on musical singers like they're okay, they're a little? It does do, and I mean, because God knows I look up to opera singers.
Oh, I don't. I respect everyone's gift. People that sing musical theater can do things I can't do, and I can do things they can't do. So you just have to respect the gift, whatever it is that you have. I know I've heard some people say about some Broadway musicals, it's legit singing or it's not legit singing. And I'm like, singing is singing as far as I'm concerned. So
That's right. That's right. Well, the good news is you got to work this year.
yeah, I did.
You were the one that got to work. You were invited to do
God.
an enormous production of Porgy and Bess in Vienna, of all places.
Yeah, I know. It was so great. Oh, it was the best experience. It was so amazing.
That's you. Well, that's you doing Clara. That was in Seattle, correct?
Yes, Seattle in 2018.
But you did the same role in Vienna, correct?
I did. It was very interesting. It was a new take on the production, as we were African refugees living in shipping containers off on in a coastal city. So Clara was a Muslim, which was very interesting. Wow. Yeah, because usually she's from the South in South Carolina, and so I'm from the South. So it's usually easy to play her. But this time I had to be a Muslim. I had to have an Islamic consultation, and it was very interesting, but fun.
What part
so
of
interesting.
I'm from Huntsville, Alabama.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a picture of the set, and they were like pods.
Yeah.
Was that specifically for COVID safety's sake? I would think that would be a really safe way to sing.
No, actually, it wasn't a safer way to sing. We just were tested twice weekly. That was basically the safety protocol that they put into play. And they just asked us to make sure we quarantine with each other. So we didn't do any hanging out with anybody outside of the cast. Mm-hmm. So we just stayed around people who we knew were tested negative.
And did everybody stay healthy?
Yeah, everybody stayed healthy. We made it on through. And then a couple weeks after that, they shut down the city again because of numbers rising. So we were very blessed.
Wow. I wish I could have been there. Well, first of all, what's it like to sing Summertime, really one of the most iconic songs ever written? Did you feel the audience start to swoon when you started?
No, when I'm on stage, I kind of zone out once I get on stage. But I did, when I made my Met debut, I did hear people say, I could hear people having a sigh of relief when you started singing. So, but I can never hear it. I'm one track mind when I'm on the stage.
Where do
you let them swoon?
Where did you get the training, Brandy? Did it start in Alabama and then you went?
It did, yes. I grew up at around Oakwood University, which is in Huntsville, Alabama. I went to Oakwood Elementary, Oakwood Academy, and Oakwood College.
Wow.
And it's a very musical school. The Oakwood University Aeolians, who are like Grammy nominated now, world choir champions. I was part of that choir when I was there. So I grew up around music, and my grandmother chaired the music department there before I was born. And so it was just in me, but I actually started off as a biology major.
Oh, with that voice?
Yeah, I didn't know I had it until I got to college. I started taking voice lessons because I wanted to be in the Aeolians. I auditioned and I didn't get in. And so my voice teacher was like, you need to drop biology and you need to study music. And that's how it happened.
But you must have had some great classical teacher that had a huge, huge influence on you, right?
It would be her. Julie Moore Foster, who told me to drop biology. I mean, to this day, she's like a second mom to me. So,
well, we thank her. What's her name, Julia?
Julie Moore Foster.
Julie Moore Foster. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. That voice. So, can we hear a little bit of what?
Yeah.
Sing for us.
I have my thing queued up here. Hopefully my 8-year-old doesn't start making noise.
Sorry.
I wonder as I wander out under the sky, how Jesus the Savior did come for to die for poor unreal people like you and like I. I wonder as I wander out
stall with wise men and farmers and shepherds and all. But then from God's heaven a starlight did fall, and the promise of the ages it did recall. If Jesus had wanted for anything, a star in the sky or a bird on the wing, or all of God's angels in heaven for to sing, he surely could have it, 'cause he was the king. I wonder, as I wander out under this sky, how Jesus the Savior did come for to die for poor unredeemed people like you and like I wonder, as I wonder out under the
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Brandy,
Thank you.
just
Good that I
perfection.
look up to opera. Oh my God.
Bless you.
Yeah, we're looking up to her
Thank
right
you.
now.
Yeah.
You know what I can't wait for is to be able to see you in something and cheer you live and in person. Just know that you've made a lot of friends here tonight.
Very happy.
I'm watching the comments. People that might not have known you before that sure know you now, and we'll see you
Yeah.
in something at the Metropolitan or wherever you happen to be. Please,
Actually, December
yes.
22nd of next year, I will be there singing The Fairy Godmother and Cinderella for the holiday production. Should everything go well, I was supposed to be there in Carmen singing Frasquita, and before that, something else. But since everything was pushed back, so December 22nd, 2021 in Cendrillon.
We can put that in our books right now. People, write it, type it, live it.
Yeah.
We will be there.
What a great meet. So great to meet you and to listen to that.
So good to meet you all, and such an honor to be finally part of Pajama Cast Party.
Woo!
I'm so honored.
Thank you.
you.
I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Tell your 8-year-old he did good.
He tried.
What's his name?
Judah.
Hi, Judah.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
We sure love your mom.
Yeah. Judy, can you sing too?
Kind of. Not really.
Next time a duet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's an act in there somewhere.
Yes, somebody get this kid an agent code.
I was in the
Every day, it's something new.
I was in Seattle Opera with you.
Brandy, we love you.
I love you too.
Happy holidays to all of you.
Holidays to you both. Thank you.
Good night. I love that. It's such a mom thing. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember my mother doing it to me.
Speaking of, okay. I have a confession. I'm so happy to have done this project with you. I've always felt a certain kinship with you, Patrick, thanks to our two moms. Mine was from Connellsville, Pennsylvania, just down the road from where your mom, Shirley Jones, grew up in Smithton, Pennsylvania. In fact, my mom was asked to be in the Miss Pittsburgh pageant the year your mom won Miss Pittsburgh. But wait, okay, here's my mom.
Oh my gosh, it's the same hairdo as my mom.
And then here's your mom winning.
I told you. And there she is as Miss Pittsburgh. So they were in the contest together. Does your mother remember meeting her?
No. My grandfather wouldn't let my mother be in it. He was like, over my dead body will my daughter be. He was like that guy.
Didn't want her wearing the swimsuit, huh?
I mean, whatever. And so my mother, of course, knew your mother because she was this extraordinary singer around town when they were growing up. And so, of course, from that point on, Shirley Jones was just like, I mean, it's funny. She's been such a part of my family history and lore because it was always so thrilling to see your mom in concert in Pittsburgh and in Dallas when she came to do something at the music hall, I believe. Yeah. And then at the Carlisle a few years ago, I got to see her. But it's just so nice to me to be able to celebrate both of our moms over the holiday season.
Yeah, and I think my mother. In fact, I know my mother's watching tonight. So, Mom, Merry Christmas. I'm going to miss you this year, but Jim, this has been fantastic. It really has been great.
It's been delightful.
You are wonderful, and we need to do again. We need to do the men next time. We'll bring the men on, don't you think?
Yeah, I like that idea.
To combine these two shows, there's some magic here. Magic during the holidays, you know.
I just loved it. Oh, you know what we should do? We need to, Ruby, do we have anything from Squigs?
Oh, yes, we do. We just got it in, and this is one of my favorites.
Okay, good. You say that every week because they're always good.
Very Christmassy. It's very festive. Ready?
Oh God!
Gosh, that's fantastic.
So cute. Oh my God.
That is incredible.
And I do also want to say that Squig sent me a bonus email because he found the drawing that he made of Julia for her pancake breakfast. So I feel like I should show that too.
What did you do with these? Does somebody, I mean, how can I sell these at our fundraisers? I'll make millions on these.
I'll hook you up. You guys should absolutely know each other. Squigs is beloved on the Broadway scene for sure. He's at every opening night. He does artwork for Broadway.com and has for years. He has little trading cards called the Likes of Broadway, the Lights of Broadway, not the Likes of Broadway. He's the guy, and he is so generous to do this with us almost every week. We just love him. So I will hook you guys up.
His website's right here. It's not too late to order something for the holiday season. You know, a little belated holiday gift, a New Year's gift. We're coming up on the beginning of the new year. People are moving and, moving into new places, to start the new year off fresh. So you could get them something nice for their new apartment or their new home.
Was that a hint? Was that a hint?
No, I mean, I am moving, but honestly, I was just trying to think of more reasons that you need Squig's artwork past Christmas. So I was like, what comes after Christmas? Moving, New Year's, Valentine's Day.
Everybody needs. He also has mugs and all kinds of cool stuff. Not unlike, look at that. Patrick has mugs.
Yeah,
All God's chillin' got mugs. I need a Studio 10 mug. I'll send you a
little. We'll make a little swap, right?
I'm in.
That's great.
Don't forget, if you enjoyed tonight, and for God's sake, you did, you can thank us by Venmoing or PayPaling. We will take that money and split it. Part of it goes to Studio 10,
and
wonderful theater.
Produce theater coming up. We get to stay alive. We get to keep getting through this until we can actually do a show live.
That's going to be a great. Can you imagine that first night in your theater?
Oh God,
how that's going to feel.
I can't.
Very touching.
Can't tell you.
Yeah.
Very.
And we feel the same way at Cast Party. We can't wait to do it again. But until then, we sure have fun doing this.
Jim, let's do this again. I'm in. Look, you're just wonderful, and I think we're pretty good. We never did this before together.
We've actually only met twice in person.
We could just imagine with a little practice, a little rehearsal. Good
rehearsals for,
amateurs.
That's it. Well, I see by the clock on the wall we have it's time. But let me say, Ruby, William, Cameron, thank you for your help. We couldn't do it without you. Literally, we could not do this without you.
Thank you, Pajama Cast Party. Thank you, Jim Caruso. Thank you, Studio 10 Talks. And thank you, Caruso, Cassidy, Caruso.
Oh, watch next week. Oh, we have a good show next week. This doesn't end. It's endless. It's endless, people. We have on Pajama Cast Party, psychedelic trombone player Christopher Bill, Broadway singers Marissa Rosen and Marty Thomas celebrating their new CD, our very own Ruby Lochner singing an original tune with Theo Candel. Wait till you hear this song. Wait till you hear them sing. Jazz trumpet player Tony Glaucy and the one and only Clifton Davis. This coming Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Just for you.
And we only have some reruns. We're putting
you on Monday.
We're putting on either Adam Gettle or Michael Feinstein or Victor Garber. But I will say that in preparation for the new year, we're actually moving to the Franklin Theater after January 1st. And we're going to begin the new season of Studio 10 Talks with Miss Kristen Chenoweth. So be on the lookout.
I've heard of her.
Yeah. Anyway, Jim, thank you so much. This has been an absolute pleasure and a joy.
Patrick, Merry Christmas to you and your beautiful family. And to all of you people out there, thank you for watching. Being so supportive.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thanks for watching Pajama Cast Party. To follow us on YouTube, just hit subscribe. Click on that little bell and we'll keep you updated on future shows. You can also follow us on Instagram at Jim Caruso's Cast Party. The end.